We start with breaking news. The Blue Springs School District says it's requiring masks in schools. This comes after Jackson County announced its health order. The district will start requiring masks indoors Monday. That applies to all schools in the district, no matter which city they're in. Some chief medical officers say their hospitals are maxed because of the Delta COVID surge.
Let's get to KMBC 9's Michael Mahoney. And Michael, so what do they mean by the term maxed out?
Well, it means that the hospitals are close to being very full if they're not full now. And the surge is affecting their ability and the ability of their staff to care for all of their patients.
It's all about staffed beds, and this continues to worsen.
That's from St. Luke's Chief Dr. William Gilbert. The Greater Kansas City Chamber organized this unusual briefing.
But here we are 15 months later, and the Delta variant of COVID-19 is running rampant throughout our community, on both sides of the state line, quite frankly.
The 7-day average for COVID in the metro is higher now than in November, just before the winter peak. And they say it's straining the hospitals.
Where we're being compromised is our ability to take care of not just COVID patients, but every patient, right? That's the ultimate problem.
The consensus, everyone needs to start wearing a mask again.
As we all know, we saw no flu at all last season. What's the reason? It's because everybody was masking.
Vaccination is the long-term answer to get out of this pandemic. Masking is the short-term answer.
All 3 vaccines are in use now through emergency authorization from the FDA, limiting the ability to call for any vaccine mandate. But
the worst-kept secret in the Food and Drug Administration is that the Pfizer vaccine will probably be fully FDA approved on September 1st or thereabouts.
now, obviously, the medical chiefs support the indoor mask mandates in place in some spots in the area, but they did not call in general for any public policy changes from the government beyond that call for widespread use of a mask. Chris?
Michael, thank you. The Mid-America Regional Council says the vaccination rate for the Kansas City area is over 45%. Missouri Governor Parson is sending what is called ambulance strike teams throughout the state, including Kansas City. 30 ambulances and 60 healthcare workers are expected to arrive in 5 regions across the state today. The goal is to have these teams ready to go as soon as tomorrow, ready to help hospitals overwhelmed with COVID patients.
COVID patient numbers dropped slightly at the University of Kansas Health System today, but as we just heard, it's not from a lack of infections. The system's not taking as many transfers right now because it's so full. Doctors are treating 805 total patients with all kinds of medical problems. They say 14 are either in the ER or an alternate care center without hospital beds.
The Delta variant's here. We're on the precipice of becoming Springfield, and whereas I love the Ozarks, I don't want to have 160 COVID patients here at KU.
Right now, the health system has 46 total COVID patients, including 10 in the ICU and 9 on ventilators. In Kansas, the test positivity rate is holding steady at 8.8%. In Missouri, 15% of tests are now coming back positive. Well, Garth Brooks is here in Kansas City.
Tomorrow night is the big show at Arrowhead. Garth spoke to reporters this afternoon. KMBC 9's Matt Fleener live outside Arrowhead after asking him about plans to keep people safe at the show. Matt?
Chris, safety is definitely the big concern, and we're actually listening to Garth Brooks do some sound checks right now before that concert tomorrow night, where they're expecting about 70,000 people here at Arrowhead. Brooks talking about the protocols to hold such a large concert during a pandemic. This is going to be the largest event at Arrowhead since the pandemic began. He said while they took into consideration canceling, they have decided to move forward. They'll reassess the tour in 3 weeks. In the 3 weeks after the stop in Lincoln, Nebraska next weekend. Now, I asked Garth about his confidence moving forward with the show here in Kansas City based on where things stand in the pandemic.
Right now, confidence, I don't know. You know, as far as the confidence goes. What I do know, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I just kind of repeat what I hear. But I hear in these other countries, there's this flash kind of happening where it pops up big and then sets down. If that happens here, the 3-week window is perfect for us to assess. And that's what we're going to do.
And as Brooks continues his sound check inside here at Arrowhead Stadium, he said that he's fully vaccinated. His crew is fully vaccinated. He did encourage people to wear masks tomorrow night, but also respect people that don't wear masks here at that concert. Live at Arrowhead, Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
Parking for the Garth Brooks concert begins at 3 p.m. tomorrow, and then gates open at 5. A reminder, if you are going to the concert, getting vaccinated ahead of time could get you a better seat. The Kansas City, Missouri Health Department will be giving COVID vaccines in the Arrowhead parking lot tomorrow from 3 to 7. Anyone who gets the shot will be entered into a drawing to win 2 premium floor seats.
In Kansas City, Missouri, almost 40% of eligible people are fully vaccinated. Johnson County, Kansas reports over 57% of those eligible fully vaccinated. Clay County is at 42%. Jackson County outside of Kansas City, Missouri is at 40%. Wyandotte County, KCK at almost 36%. Cass County is at almost 34%. The Platte County Health Department is choosing to issue a mask recommendation, not a mandate. KMBC 9's Emily Hallwick spoke with business people and customers in Parkville who fall on both sides of the issue.
In downtown Parkville, whether you need a mask depends on where you go.
To be honest, feel like most people are kind of over it.
At Hairs to You Salon, they'll keep letting customers decide after the Platte County Health Department opted for a mask recommendation and not a mandate.
I know that there was quite a big push and a big following from quite a bit of people that actually went to the health department yesterday to kind of share that they feel like it should be a personal decision.
Hairstylist Melissa Mena supports businesses making their own rules, but still worries about rising COVID cases.
I'm extremely scared that we're going to be shut down again. I mean, I'm a single mom of 2 kids, and if they shut us down for another couple months, yeah, that's detrimental to my family.
Across the street, Parkville Coffee is requiring masks for customers, a move some shoppers agree with.
Well, my concern is that, me or my family member may get it, even though we do all the things that we can to protect, each other. Without everybody else doing it, then we don't have the maximum amount of protection against the virus.
I think it was politicized from the beginning, and I think that's where we got on the wrong track, and for whatever reason, we have not gotten back on the correct track. Hopefully we will.
Emily Hallwick, KMBC 9 News.
Platte County's mask recommendation includes everyone 5 and older, regardless of vaccination status.